Welcome back, everybody. My name is Dragagon, and this is Gregtech New Horizons. So, since the last video, I went ahead and I started my glowstone doped monocrystalline silicon, cut it in the clean room in order to get the glowstone doped wafers, and I'm now in the process of making my NOR and NAND chips inside of my clean room with my advanced precision laser. I've already made the NOR chip. Now I'm just going to work on the NAND chip. And while it's doing that, there's my vacuum freezer. I did finally get it set up, and for the time being I had just plugged in a battery buffer, slapped some MV batteries in it, and was using that in order to get the Kanthal. And the whole reason I was able to make the monosilicon boule is because my EBF is now upgraded with Kanthal coils. Now, let me tell you, it's quite a trip running from here with an output of hot Kanthal ingots, using the healing axe while I run all the way over here and put the ingots into the vacuum freezer all the way over here and letting them come out and then starting to do stuff with them. I did it at roughly 11 ingots at a time, and in order to make all 16 of those coils, you need 2 full stacks of the Kanthal ingots. So yeah, it was quite a bit of back and forth as I got all of my ingots cooled down. Oops. And there is my NAND memory chip. So there's the NAND and the NOR, and then it wants me to cut them. Now the cutting is going to require, looks like that requires an HV cutter as well. I don't know that do I have one of those? I made a lathe because the lathe is the only way you can make the Ender Pearl and Ender Eye lenses, which I'm going to stick in here for right now. There you can see the rest of my glowstone doped wafers. Having the advanced precision laser in here, I'm probably going to go ahead and do the advanced wafers that I need to do in there. Let's see here. Let's take a look at that quest real quick. Space Race, advanced wafers, 8 plus a reinforced glass lens in order to make 8 advanced wafers. Oh, it doesn't need to be in the clean room. It's already in the clean room anyway, so let's just go ahead and grab all 8 of those and the reinforced lens. And then let's grab a fully charged battery and hop down in here. And I'm going to go ahead and get these started now. That'll work. Fortunately, this guy does not lose items in the inventory when it's unpowered like that, unlike the vacuum freezer. I had that happen one time. I was swapping the battery out to be charged, went over, grabbed, ran over here, dumped him in, and then realized I didn't have a battery in my battery buffer, and I lost one of my Kanthal ingots. Fortunately, when you're making the groups of Kanthal ingots, you end up with 1 extra dust left over, and so it was fairly simple to just grab that 1 extra dust and add it to the list to be heated up. So, alright, this will be some nice progress towards the space race. I have been looking forward to getting into space, but that does leave the problem of needing, well, it says I made an advanced cutting machine, so I've got one around here somewhere. Oh, right there. There's my advanced cutting machine. Now the question is, do these need to be in the clean room? Yes, they do. So let's go ahead, and this is an HV cutter. I'm going to go ahead and put it there, and then I'm going to put this fluid tank there, and while those wafers are going, I can go ahead and run and grab a thing of lubricant in order to put that down in, and then cut out these NAND and NOR chips. There we go. I'm going to need to work on getting some more lubricant at some point. Fortunately, it does come easily enough with most of the stuff that I have, like my fuels and stuff over there. All right. Slap that in. There we go. There's 1,000 of it, and both of them need to get done. There are my wafers. Sweet. And let's see what that accomplishes for us. Space race. Ah, the NASA workbench, aka the Dire crafting table. So I guess I'm going to need to make 81 crafting tables. Make it into one double compressed. Yeah, 9 into 1 in the compressor. And then, 144 diamond plates. Let's see, that's going to take a fair bit. And 36 stainless steel bars, that's not too shabby. And there's where the problem's going to be. I definitely do not have 18 nether stars. I don't even have 1 nether star, which means I am going to need to go into the nether and work on finding some wither skeletons to kill for their skulls so that I can complete the nether stars. That will probably end up waiting until after I go in and make the copter jetpack, so that I have a way of getting around so I don't have to worry about all those pigmen and things. So yeah, this will definitely be something I will need to do in the future. There's my NANDs. And let's get the NORs done real quick. So I guess that is the next thing on my list, is trying to get through the that Dire crafting table. That is going to be not a lot of fun. Especially, let's see here, once it's that 36 diamond lattice. Oh, okay, that uses the stuff we made earlier in the forming, an MV forming press, so I'll probably have to make one of those as well in order to make the crystal matrix. 2 stars and 4 diamond lattice to make 1 crystal matrix, and then from there make a full block of crystal matrix, 2 of the advanced wafers, 2 HV pistons, 2 robot arms, and then that 1 IV circuit that they had you make earlier, and then that can make the Dire crafting table. So that's going to be a little bit of effort in the future. There's my NOR chips, right? NOR chips. All right, let's see what that unlocked for me here in HV. Oh, and that's just so that I can make data sticks. And the assembly line in the LUVH. So they give you a few when you actually craft the seismic prospector. Yeah, they give you 4 of them there. So I guess this just wants us to make a couple more here. All right, so I will start working on these parts here eventually in order to make some data sticks in order to complete out this quest, and otherwise I am probably going to start working on some of these HV machines, and I was considering making enough of the HV machines to possibly make HV lines over here, and that's going to take a lot of stainless in order to get through all these things, a lot of electrum as well, which means more gold and silver, so a new trip to the Twilight Forest in order to plop down a miner and rake up a bunch of silver, especially now that I have the HV miner. It makes it nice and easy. So yeah, I have my work cut out for me. I will go ahead and cut it here, and I'll be back once I've got something more interesting going on. Well, I'm back. It's actually been almost a week since the last time I recorded. Lots of stuff going on personally that I just didn't want to record. I was still making progress, but nothing interesting enough to record until today. I have been working away. As you can see, I have not built any more of the HV machines, but what I decided to do was use the stainless I had within my Project Red setup, and then I have gone ahead and made my distillation tower, as well as my 40 clean stainless steel machine casings, and that gets me that first part of the distillery quest. The next piece wants us to make 5 output hatches, 1 output bus, a maintenance hatch, an input hatch, and an HV energy hatch. In order to make all of these things, I need more stainless. So right now I've got some stainless cooking up over in my EBF over here. And then in the meantime, I have just been primarily, I've been doing a few different things. Let me show you. In my inventory, I have, it took me a while to do this, I have 64 and then another 56 blue steel ingots. That makes 120 blue steel total. I also have 2 stacks plus a little bit extra of nichrome dust. So if you can't guess, what I am aiming to make is the blue steel ingots are going towards a pair of large turbines in order to get me some continuous HV power. The nichrome dust, on the other hand, once my EBF frees up from making as much stainless as I can, the nichrome will be going in, and I'll be taking that over to the vacuum freezer. Sorry, a little bit jumpy today. The vacuum freezer in order to cool them off so that I can put them through the wire mill in order to make the next quest within the multi-block goals, and that is the nichrome coils. So getting the nichrome coils, it requires 8 of the 2 times nichrome wire, which is an ingot each, so 8 ingots per coil, and in order to make 16 coils, in order to put those on the EBF, it requires 2 stacks. So I've been working away on that. Let's see here. Otherwise, not much else has been going on. My EBF has been tied up like crazy trying to make the blue steel ingots. The blue steel ingots, they require quite a bit of time, 70 seconds each, so you can imagine 120 times over a minute. That way I was waiting about 2 hours for that. Now I'm working on the stainless steel, and if I run outside and it looks like it's dark, you saw I had a bee quest open, and that is because I in those 2 hours have been running back and forth and checking up on these guys out here, and now I have my noble bees. And my noble bees, they're finally, they hit a pure line really quick. I was surprised how quick they were. It was like 2 runs in here, and I already had them pure. So that was extremely handy for me to get them pure, and now I've stuck them in the rotation in order to get them to ring up some drones, and then I will find a pristine, or not a pristine, is it a pristine? Yeah, pristine. I will find another pristine princess to get those into a pristine line. You can see these are the bees that I have. I haven't put a pristine forest princess in here yet. That's something I want to do. I already have a pristine meadows, a pristine cultivated. My pristine tropical is over here because I'm still working on getting enough of the silky combs for those, and that happened. And then right here is my pristine common. So I've got quite a bit of stuff going on, and that's part of the reason why I didn't get to play for like the last 3 nights, but the nights before that I was working on getting everything I need. My big holdup with my stainless was getting chrome, so I had to go find another redstone vein, which I found a gold vein with my tuning fork, the ore finder wand, and as I was digging out the gold there, it ran up some redstone, and so I went over, and sure enough, the redstone is right over here. Basically what I did is I took my ore finder and I went this way and didn't find anything. I went over here and didn't find anything, went down here and didn't find anything, so I figured it had to be here because unfortunately this thing is up at like 115, I think it was, in order to mine it out. I also found some oil sands while I was dinking around, so that was helpful. And then I've got another gold spot here in case I need more gold. But in between time, I had gone into the Twilight Forest. I have now gone ahead and opened up a Twilight Forest portal here so that I could get to the Twilight Forest from this base instead of having to run through the Nether back over to the old base and then get stuff there. So a little bit of long-term stuff that I've been working on. There you can see I've updated my list of things that I'm trying to work on. The HV mixer is going to be one of the next HV machines I make once I finish this distillery. My 2 large turbines, which right now I need 198 more aluminum, which probably will mean looking for a sapphire vein. I believe that's in the Twilight Forest in order to crunch up a bunch of sapphire and get my aluminum for that. The reason I need the aluminum is on these 2 large turbines, you have to get magnolium, which is the magnesium plus aluminum in order to make magnolium. There's a quest for it with the crossbows, but unfortunately you need 6 magnolium plates per turbine casing, and you need 30 turbine casings per turbine, and if I'm wanting to make 2 of them, it's a lot. So I'm working on that slowly. The 5 tall distillery, like I say, is what I'm working on right now, along with the 16 Nichrome coils. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. The next video may start here shortly, as I'm trying to wrap up the distillery so I can get that figured out where I want to put it and how I'm going to get it set up. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call this video done here, and we'll see you next time. Till then.